Welcome to SPSPM's Renuka High School, Satara Parisar, Aurangabad. Myself, Mahajan RB, Assistant Teacher of Subject English. Today we are going to learn topic 1.5 his first flight English workshop. In this section, we are going to take a look at 1.5 his first flight English workshop. Margin questions. Question: what did the young seagull feel? Answer: the young seagull felt afraid to fly as he thought his wings would never support him. Next question: guess the meaning of muster of courage, to try and be courageous and not afraid. Ascending the sky, to fly high or going up in the sky. Next question: why did the young seagull feel hot? Answer: the young seagull felt hot because the sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge, and he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. Next question: what were the young seagull's parents doing? Answer: the young seagull's father was preening the feathers on his white back, and his mother was looking at him from the plateau. Next question: guess the meaning of soar, go up, maddened by hunger, being extremely hungry, says, detained or stop. Next question: what were the young seagull's brothers and sister doing? Answer: the young seagull's two brothers and sister were lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. Question: what did he forget? Answer: he forgot that he had not always been able to fly. English workshop. State whether the following statements are true or false. A. The young seagull was not confident about the ability of his wings. True. B. The young seagull's parents guided and improved his siblings in the art of flying. True. C. When the young seagull pretended to be falling asleep, his parents noticed him. False. Flying across the young seagull, the mother dropped a piece of fish into his beak. False. Second, complete the following statements. A. The seagull is afraid to fly because he felt certain that his wings would never support him and the great expanse of sea was such a long way down. B. Young birds are afraid to make their first flight because they have never flown before and are not sure if their wings will support them. Third, read the following words carefully and make meaningful sentences of your own and write in your notebook. Plaintively, the child looked at his mother plaintively. Monsters. There was a monster storm on the island. Beckon. She beckoned the children to follow her. Curveting. The crow kept curveting around the house. Wet. The birds wet their beak against the rock. Soar. The plane quickly soared in the sky. 4. Read the following carefully and fill in the blank by choosing appropriate words given in brackets. Answers are given here. A. Arun is full of cowardice. B. The violin played very shrilly and merrily. C. Ravi said, are you really afraid of the dark? D. The whole village plunged into darkness. E. The lions devoured their prey hungrily. F. He skimmed through the report. G. One by one, the stars appeared in the sky. Fifth, read about the space mission of Sunita Williams. Imagine you are going to interview her. From 10 to 12 interview irrelevant questions regarding first, her early life training, education, her actual flight into space, future plans, her message to viewers. Interview questions. Question 1. From where are you from and did you always want to be an astronaut? 2. What kind of training did you go through to become an astronaut? 3. Was there any special training required for the space mission? 4. What are your educational qualifications? 5th. How do you think your education helped you in your space mission? 6th. What was the experience like when you lifted off to go to space? 7. How did you feel when you were in space for the first time? 8. Are you planning on going for more space missions in the future? 9. What do you plan to do now that you are back in Earth? 10. What advice would you give youngsters who want to become an astronaut? 6. Describe in your notebook the challenges you faced while learning to ride a bicycle, swimming, or any skill. Take hints from the web to complete your write up. Answer is given here. While learning to ride a bicycle, the biggest challenge that I faced was of confidence. Initially, I was afraid that I would fall and was not confident enough to ride the bicycle properly. I had a lot of difficulty balancing the cycle and kept falling on one side. I was nervous about trying again and felt riding the bicycle was quite risky. However, I tried to dare myself to ride the bicycle and never give up. Although I felt a lot of fear inside me, I challenged myself and overcame my fears to finally ride the bicycle on my own. Language study. First, give the homophones of the following: A. Blue, blue; bear, bear; beat, beat; two, two; sun, sun. Find from the lesson the homophones of the following: A. Pick the homophones from the text. C. SEE, WOOD, wood; WOULD, wood; THERE, there; THEIR, there; SCENE, seen; SEEN, seen; WON, one; EYE, I; PEACE, peace; PIECE, peace; THREW, through; THROUGH, through; HENC, hence; HENS, hence; KNOT, not; NOT, not. Explain how the underlined homographs differ in meaning. He saw his two brothers. SAW, saw. B. The woodcutter cut the weak branch with his sharp saw. SAW. Answer. First A. Saw means to see. 1B. Saw means something sharp used to cut objects. 2A. The bird injured his wings. 2B. He lives in the C wing of the building. Answer. 2A. Wings mean part of a bird that helps in flying. 2B. Wings mean part of section of a building. 3A. The aeroplane will land at 9 p.m. sharp. 3B. He owns 10 acre of land. Answer 3A. Land means to bring the aeroplane down on the ground. 3B. Land means a part of the ground. 4A. The head of the institution was on leave. 4B. He bent his head down with chin. Answer 4A. Head means leader of or principal of a school or institution. 4B. Head means part of the body. Read the following sentences carefully. Underline the verbs and find out the tenses in the sentences. The sun was now ascending the sky. Past continuous. B. Still they took no notice of him. Simple past. C. She is standing on little high hump on the plateau. Present continuous. D. He leaned out eagerly. Simple past. E. He just felt dizzy. Simple past. Adverb. An adverb is word that tells us something more about a verb, an adjective or another adverb. About a verb, he runs fast. The girls sang sweetly. Suddenly the baby started crying. About an adjective, this chain is very sturdy. The tea is too hot. About another adverb, you should run very fast. About a phrase or sentence, unfortunately, your answer is incorrect. Adverbs give us information about place. For example, go there, come in. Time, for example, I will do my homework tomorrow. I need a pencil now. Manner or the way something is done, for example, read slowly, write well. Degree, for example, the water is too cold. Many adverbs end with ly, such as slowly, actually, surprisingly, etc. Like adjectives, adverbs can also be used in comparative and superlative degree forms. Examples: he spoke most impressively. They danced more gracefully. Passive. Many actions involve two people, things, one that performs the action and one that is affected by the action. Example: Sonali ate the mango. Here, the action of eating involves Sonali, who eats, and the mango, which gets eaten. Sonali is the subject and mango is the object of verb eat. When you want to talk about who performed the action, the doer of the action is the subject. Sometimes you want focus on the object, the thing affected by the action. Then you make it the subject of that sentence. Example: the mango was eaten. You may or may not mention the doer. Here, Sonali or the person who ate it. This is passive construction or passive voice. In this type of construction, the thing affected by the verb is the subject of the sentence. The verb is in the passive form, be plus past participle, and the doer of the action may or may not be mentioned in the following examples of passive voice. The doer of action is not mentioned. Example: the plants are pruned. A cup of tea is offered to any guest. Many anecdotes related to Mark Twain are told. If we wish to mention the doer in passive sentences, we mention it by adding by before it. Example: this pen was given to me by my aunt. Note that only transitive verbs can be used in the passive voice. Thank you. Next lecture, lecture 13, topic name Live English, form filling.